the embezzlement of money, food, and everything else that goes. Half that stuff never gets to people over there. There's always opposition goes on in a lot of these countries, and it's like, it's something that nobody on this earth is going to fix except for the King of Kings himself, as far as when Jesus comes back and he starts to deal with this. And I believe he's dealing with the judgment seat right now. These men may think, they see these type of governmental people and the type of stuff in opposition to a lot of the stuff sometimes, and they're embezzling the food, the money, the aid. And, one day everybody will be accounted for exactly all that we do.
All right.
And, all that we say.
All right. We got a timeout here. Somebody in the live chat just suggested that I'm a demon. Okay, I'm not a demon. Okay, time back in.
You're Daniel Ott.
Okay, I just want to have a timeout there. Okay, let's go to some of our questions which have been pouring in here. Matthew, are there any dreams or visions concerning the infamous Planet X?
There's dreams and visions concerning America. Let's put it that way, and the nations.
Well, okay, I meant, all right, but okay, aside from what you have received, do you think there even exists a Planet X?
I'm not into Planet X, I'm into the
okay.
heavens and the earth,
Well, wait a minute, that's apparently in the heavens, I'm just wondering. Okay, we have this question here from Gloria. She wants to know, do you recommend one Bible translation over the other?
That's a long story about that. However, I see the foundations of King James, but beyond the King James, I see the Old Geneva Bible, which the Puritans brought to the shores of America, that were the reformers in Geneva, that actually in the 1560 that did that, and they were fleeing the Anglican Church. And so we see the King James writers that came back and stamped some things. However, if you're looking at a basic Bible today, King James Bible is a good Bible. A lot of these other Bibles have become a lot of New Agey type stuff. However, there's several Bibles I see and read, and I always check it against a lot of the old Bibles I have. So
okay, all right. Now we have this from Max. He says that the Euphrates River has a dam built, which is in effect been made ready for the armies of the East. Do you think that dam? Are you familiar with that dam over there?
I've heard of it as far as that goes. So what's the question?
Well, the question that he has is this river have anything to do with in the book of Revelation where it talks about the frogs coming forth up out of the river or up out of a volcano or something? Because it doesn't say something about there be frogs upon the land.
Well, we know that the Euphrates River is going to dry up for the kings of the earth there, that those that will cross over to march on Israel. However, we also know there's an angel of the Lord that was assigned over that Euphrates River that is still there today, and until the assignment comes forth where that angel is removed. The issue of the frogs, there's some, I don't have enough time to address that properly, so I think we need to pass that question for right now.
Okay, let's go to this one. Tom wants to know, do you have any update to your map of destruction since the last time you were on the program?
I know a lot of people have asked me about that, and I'm looking to, I've been constantly on the road. I just got back from New York, and I'll share some of that that's going on, but I'm constantly asked if I can update the map, and, I have a plan to break it into 3 quarters itself, into 3 sections, and bring some clarity to the map for a lot of people. However, since it is not a fast food operation going on, I'd encourage the believers to read America Part 1, 2, 3, and 4. It's called America in 1 Hour, and that addresses a lot of things that interface with that map.
So you're suggesting then that people should not expect to, say, drive through and get a prophecy and drive out?
Well, no, I'm going to update the map for them when I get some time to do that. At the same time, though, people that were reading the letters before the map was actually put up on the site, they were going, well, we don't understand a lot of this. So I put the map up there, and then they look at the map only, and then they don't read the letters. So, you got to read the letters and look at the map, and they'll tell the story together in parallel.
All right. And we have this from John. He wants to know, there was a big earthquake that happened in the 1800s along the Mississippi. And I guess there obviously wasn't there an earthquake in San Francisco as well. Were these judgments back then, or were those just random earthquakes?
In the scriptures, it speaks about the earth rumbling that God sends from the storehouse of heavens, lightning, rains, earthquakes, and this type of stuff. And right. I believe there's not anything on this earth that God doesn't know about. His hand is not short, and I believe that He sends forth a lot of this. We have to understand that there's the kingdom of God and the kingdom of Satan, so there's parallels to this, folks, that not only can God cause these things to happen on the earth that He does, but we also have to understand some of these things are sent by the enemy and counterfeits of, that the enemy can cause storms, he can cause all kinds of things to take place, tornadoes. And so we have to understand there's a parallel to the two kingdoms.
Yeah. So then you're saying that though God can send earthquakes, floods, fires, that the devil can send those as well, then how can someone tell the difference?
Well, that's what the discernment of the Holy Spirit is. That's why Jesus was in the boat and the disciples when He was on the Sea of Galilee and the wicked storm came up, but the disciples didn't discern at that moment of time. They were just going through this learning curve and understanding to learn and to discern what was taking place, that they didn't have enough faith to understand this and believe where it came from and what took place, but at the same time Jesus was telling them, I give you authority, but yet they didn't stand up in the faith there at that time. So Jesus got up and He had to rebuke not only when He said He rebuked the sea to command it to be still, He was talking to the demonic spirits that were on the sea, and then He told the sea to be calm and instantly had to obey. So, it's a matter of understanding kingdom authority and understanding from Genesis to what, about giving dominion, God saying, give you dominion over all the earth, as well as what Jesus said about I give you authority over Satan, sickness, everything on the earth, mountains, seas, trees, whatever. But we don't teach that in the Christianity 101 in America, so they're kind of, a lot of people don't understand that authority.
I got an email from a dear sweet lady who said that her daughter was abducted and had satanic ritual performed on her and killed her. And even on the Edge, we have a video, a police video of satanic occultic activity, although it's edited, but you can tell what's going on there. Is there a rise of this sort of satanic activity, occultism, sacrifice, human sacrifice? Is that any way part of an escalating end time scenario where there's going to be some sort of end time battle? And do you think that these satanic activities, specifically with human sacrifice and involvement, is giving them power to fight something, say, from God that is coming their way?
Didn't quite understand the question. However, is the dark side empowering itself through human sacrifice to prepare for an end time battle? Absolutely. There was a man in New York here just a week and a half ago, and there was a story given that this particular man was strongly into voodooism, and he was he used voodooism to on his victims of these teenage girls to rape them. And so this was a headline in Google that took place here just this past week about that event. I believe that the whole thing is I worked with the chaplaincy as police and sheriff's departments in early years as a volunteer once in a while, and I would get called in and they'd say, Pastor, can you come in to, show us about what's going on in this satanic ritual site? It was in Colorado, and I went up there and, they did baby sacrifices there and human sacrifice type of stuff. And there's going to be a massive increase of this activity of satanic activity to victimize the people, steal their souls, kill the people, whatever. And yes, absolutely, there's an increase of warfare there. I've never seen such in the last 120 days, I've seen such a tremendous activity of angelic hosts, holy angels, and demonic spirits and malevolent beings operating on this earth that's absolutely being mobilized. I mean, as far as, taking place beyond the church structures and the world itself to victimize people and steal their minds and souls in that sense.
Are you familiar with somebody named Russ Dizdar?
I am not.
Okay.
I am not.
Okay. All right. We have this question from Ontario, Canada. And of course,